Can a mobile player master PvP? PvP on mobile has always felt impossible to me. Every time I fought good players, I would either get comboed into another dimension, ending up on TikTok.
Oh.
Or the rare moments where I actually managed to cook, only to wake up the next day like a complete noob again. But today, I want to change that. I hate being weak. I want to fight without feeling hopeless every time I queue good players, whether they're on PC or mobile. So over the next 24 hours, I'm going to do everything I can to learn real Minecraft PvP on mobile. Real matches, real players, real fights. And at the end of this, I'll face a challenge that will test if everything I learned made me stronger or was a complete waste of time. This is my combat arc.
Okay, so if I'm going to do this right, I'm going to have to start from the absolute basics. Aim and hit. And honestly, this was kind of embarrassing. My aim was horrible, like genuinely. I mean, you can be bad, but don't be a noob, bro. Like, there's levels to how bad you can be. And what I was is something you shouldn't be. Good players would move once and my cursor would just disappear into another universe. And somehow I developed this weird instinct where I would randomly do 360s mid-fight trying to adjust my aim. And ironically, it was useful, but still did absolutely nothing to help me survive. The worst part was I wasn't even consistently bad. Sometimes I would almost do something decent, then immediately go back to fighting like I downloaded the game yesterday. After a while though, I started realizing PvP wasn't just about swinging fast. It was about tracking movements, staying calm, and keeping my aim locked while panicking. And even with that realization, your boy still got cooked. Nothing can make you wanna crash out more than knowing what you want to do, but your fingers can't keep up. Anyways, eventually I finally won a fight. Although I'm pretty sure my opponent was also fighting for their lives. Like, he was equally bad. So I'm not exactly calling this victory a big dub, but for now, it's okay. It's okay, I guess. Now that I've learned how to hit, it's time to move on to the next mechanic. Strafing! This is where things started getting chaotic. At first it felt impossible because I can strafe on a bot, but players on the other hand, players move randomly, so it's so hard. Having to constantly track my opponent and match my aim with my strafing felt like a whole entire reset on the progress I've made. But the more games I played, the better I became. I started landing actual combos, and I'm not gonna lie, this was the first moment during the challenge where I genuinely felt dangerous. Not good, but dangerous. Your boy was cooking. Game after game, the improvement was not huge, but crazy. Now that I've learned strafing, it's time to move on to the next mechanic. W and S tapping. Yay! At first, this made no sense to me, especially with the Zeqa KB. And for a while, it didn't. I'd either mistime it completely or accidentally ruin my own combos trying to force it. But eventually, something clicked. And once it clicked, oh my days! Getting combos and actually doing it felt awesome, even though they were still small, but awesome, bro. Of course, I still had fights where I completely forgot everything I learned and fought like a confused potato. But compared to the beginning of the challenge, your boy was stronger. At this point, I felt comfortable fighting people and not scared as much. With W and S tapping complete, it's time to move on to the next mechanic. Jump resetting. This mechanic frustrated me more than anything else so far, because the timing had to be almost perfect. Do it too early, get comboed and end up on TikTok with 80,000 views. Do it too late and get comboed again. It felt like trying to predict the future while being punched repeatedly. Eventually, I kinda got the hang of it, but I'll still need to definitely improve more on it. For now, I'm gonna mark it as complete. Time for the next mechanic. Projectiles. Boy oh boy, big boss. I was very good at it. Like, very good. Okay, decently, but compared to everything else, I was very good at this. I played both Skywars and UHC because they had two different projectiles, snowballs and fishing rod. My aim was good, but the only things that needed improvement was my spatial awareness and timing. And honestly, those were quick fixes. At this point, fights started feeling completely different. I was actually not just slightly good, but kinda dominating. After Skywars, we moved on to UHC. And somehow in UHC, my spatial awareness and timing improved much more than it was in Skywars. Game after game, I was winning, and it felt good, not just in victory but actually getting stronger. Projectiles complete. Time for the final mechanic before the challenge. Lava, flint, and webbing. I don't know, I couldn't come up with a better name for this. I guess I'll just call it that, lava, flint, and webbing. I'm sorry. Let me move on. This mechanic was also very fun to learn because it's so OP. Did you know that for every second you're on fire, you lose half a heart? And most people on Zeqa don't even extinguish themselves. And if they do, that's an extra opening for you to land a combo or extra hits. I was also good-ish at it because of my crystal PvP skills, especially with the flint. Game after game, I was cooking. Call me the chef master. Call me Chef Rehuza. Because the meal I'm cooking is on fire. Literally. Because, get it? Flint, fire. And cooking is fine. I'm sorry, let me continue. I hope I'm funny. Throughout the games, at some point, my friend went offline, and instead of acting like a normal human being, I boxed him up. And I have no explanation for this behavior other than this boy's gonna end up on TikTok. Clip that. If I catch you lacking, I'm gonna be stacking. And I'm not capping. Bars. And I got proof. Here are some of my other friends, which I've clipped. Totally in-game, not because they were like AFK or something. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. Let me focus. Focus. Despite the chaos and fun moments and also crash out moments where I felt like crying, something important changed here. I stopped feeling scared when fighting people. I don't know if it's just because I'm fighting my friend or everyone in general, but I was less scared, which is good. I'm going to need this bravery if I'm going to stand a chance at the final challenge. Now it's time for the final challenge. After 24 hours of training, winning, losing, time to see if all this training made me stronger or was a complete waste of time. Here we go. And almost immediately, the pressure completely messed me up. I forgot everything I learned, bro. I started fighting worse than earlier in my opinion. I was making mistakes. I missed opportunities. Even with everything I learned, I was getting pushed to my limit. At one point, I dropped to 1.5 hearts so many times, and honestly, I thought it was over. But then something changed. Instead of panicking, I locked in. I don't know what I told myself, but I locked in. I stopped trying to do everything perfectly and just focused on one person. I tried separating them until finally the second I got the first kill, everything opened up. Suddenly, I could think clearly again. And for the first time during this entire challenge, all the mechanics I learned eventually started flowing together. I was in flow state. The strafing, the projectiles, the movement, everything. Although not perfect, but I was using it. And as expected, I actually won. 24 hours ago, I could barely keep my aim steady. Now I won a 2v1 against real players. Now the question, am I a PvP king? Absolutely not. There's still so much I need to improve on. My aim still breaks under pressure. And honestly, this challenge showed me how deep PvP really goes. I would like to eventually get high tier 3. Also, I'm sorry I was gone for so long. I'll try post more. And thank you to everyone who was checking up on me. Bye.